Alright everybody, so today we're going to be stopping by Riften for this cool mod called the Riften Extension. It's the South Woods District area. This is going to place a small town outside of Riften's South Gate. It'll have new buildings and NPCs that are added to the new area with some crops to harvest and some workbenches to interact with. As soon as I saw this mod, I thought that this thing is great. I really like this mod. It makes Riften more exciting to visit, especially if you're in the Thieves Guild. So, some of the NPCs in this mod are custom voiced, but the ones that are custom voiced, their mouths don't move. So, this can be fixed easily in the creation kit using like lip sync fixes and things like that, so that's not really a problem. The main problem that I had with this mod was that the children, they were actually missing their proper attire and had these oddly shaped faces. I have the RS children mod installed, which is most likely the issue that's causing this, but I feel like almost everybody uses that mod, so the reason why there isn't a patch for this thing is beyond me. So if it weren't for these messed up kids, I would actually keep this mod because I think it looks really good. So next up, we are going to be talking about cows. There are a few of them that will change their models and their textures, and we're going to be covering all of them. So it's going to be something different than your typical highland cow that you're always used to seeing, so that's why I thought that these were exciting. So the first mod up is the dairy cows replacer. I actually like this mod. This is going to give your cows the classic black and white dairy cow look that you see used in most of the advertisements for like milk and cheese and things like that. So there's a very noticeable seam on one of the sides of the cow's body. It was especially noticeable on my end when it was raining outside, and it made all of the meshes all glossy. So this is a simple mod, but it still required a plugin, which is why I'm a little uneasy about it. However, the look of these things, I actually do like them, even with the seam. The next one is called Realistic Cows of Skyrim, and I got this from a site called Shacken Mods. This is probably one of the best cow mods that I've found recently. It has big changes to both the models and the textures, and it has great rigging. And no plugin is necessary. So there's also a FO mod installer that comes with this mod, so when you first install it, you can actually choose to have it if you want your cows to be black and white instead of the brown and white color that I have chosen. So I actually recommend this one. It is really good. The next one is called Cows of Skyrim. This is another cow replacer for the textures and the meshes. This one was the least interesting for me as the textures are a bit odd, almost as if it's painted on rather than it actually being a texture of fur. Also, the horns are missing, and that honestly made this mod an automatic no for me. But I wanted to show it off because someone else might actually like this one. So that's all of the non-highland cow mods that I could find, and honestly I like the dairy cow the most, even though it has that seam, and it's just a plugin that it had that actually kind of put me off a bit. So next is This Tankard HD Replacer. This is a new model and texture replacer with 1K to 4K options for the tankard, which is basically like those little mugs that you see like in the inn that people drink from. I love those textures. They really pop out. Like it just does, you know, exactly what I wanted it to do, and like immediately I noticed these things when I stepped into the inn. So this mod is like a must-have for me. And like the original tankards, even if you like put like HD textures on them, that, you know, like you see people put HD texture mods for like the vanilla style tankards, they're just so barely noticeable to me. So I think like the look of this one is just much better. Like the wooden material with a little bit of like metal on it, it's just a much better look and just makes it stand out so much more. So they work great in the hands of NPCs as well, both with and without gloves. So that's going to do it for me. Those were a handful of mods that I've downloaded recently and tried out. The Riften outskirts one, the Riften extension, that one is really good. It just really needs a patch. So kudos to the author for making that one. And I'll try to provide the link for all of these mods in the description below. I thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and I will see you all later. Take care.